Guys, hope you're doing good. This training is about to be really good, so hopefully you'll get some value from it, right? So a week or so ago, I made this tweet. I said that a client paid over 10 grand for me to build him the most affordable appointment setting system. He's pushing a content offer. He's pushing short form content. He's also repurposing their long form into short form, right? And that it had now been 2 weeks of running his $700 a month system, and he closed over 20K in new deals in just a week, right? Which is pretty sick. It was amazing, right? And I shared it, got hundreds and hundreds of people to want it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So now I'm making this training, right? For those who don't know me, my name is Serge Gatari. I run clientacquisition.io. It's a business where we come into agency businesses, consulting businesses, and we take care of the most important thing, which is client acquisition. But we do it in a way that's a little different from a lot of people, right? Instead of just selling you information, instead of just selling you like, hey, done for your appointment setting services, what we do is we come into your business, we solve your offer. So we solve for service market fit. We want to make sure that our clients have the best offers, the best sales angles to help them close faster and more volume, right? The second thing we solve for outbound prospecting campaigns on social platforms, as well as through cold emails. So we build the systems and the outbound campaigns that are supposed to get you the attention you need to be able to convert on a sales call, right? And then we go on to training an appointment setting team, either $3 an hour VAs. In this case, that's what he used. And then we train them and place them within your company so they can manage the new system that we've built for you or that we built for our clients, right? So that was what we specialize in. I think we have a pretty good offer because you can see here on Stripe in the last 7 days, we've collected over 6 figures. And I'm gonna just refresh this because some people think it's sometimes people are a little crazy, think it's all fake. In the last 2 days, we've collected over 50 grand if you include some wires. So it's good to show people proof, right? Because money, numbers talk, right? Numbers do the talking. Sometimes it's just best to show money because then people actually pay attention, right? If you can't show proof, people just think you're just a YouTuber who just likes to talk shit. But in this case, no, that's not the case. Okay, so Jirov, I've known Jirov, just a little backstory on, background on Jirov. Met him in London. When I went there for a mastermind, I needed someone to actually shoot some content there. So he connected with me. He had been previously on one of the webinars that I hosted, and he didn't necessarily have the money to even work with us back then. And in the last few months, I've just been, he's a great at content branding. So I was like, hey man, why don't you push this short form content offer, right? And it's only recently that I would say like maybe 2 months ago, he started pushing it. In the first month, he scaled to like 15K, or all from referrals. I'm going to read you his thing. And once he started making some money, then he joined the program, and that's when this started happening. Okay, so he said that this is the screenshot or the message he sent in our community in the wins and losses channel that we have. So he said that, hey, just launched my outbound campaign for the short form content offer on Thursday night because I've scaled via referrals. Prior to this, I got 3 meetings booked within 24 hours, closed 1 client the next day, and she's a very popular podcast host. Done podcast with Ben Francis, the owner of Gymshark, Stephen Bartlett, 300 M's net worth. Got my meeting with a verified prospect on Tuesday. And have a lot of big verified people asking for my personalized looms. Really surprised that my accounts are getting requests from these big players in the game because I only have 1 picture on his Instagram account, and his IG is not really fully optimized, right? He shot a lot of content in the office, so once I start putting them on my average accounts, it's gonna be game over, right? So this had been this is 24 hours after. No, he sent this message probably like 2-3 days after, because I asked him to share his wins because he was messaging me privately, but I was like, hey man, please share it with other people so they can get inspired to actually go kill it too, right? So he ended up making this good post, and then it's just also thanking us for building his systems and his outbound campaigns, right? So some of the deals, as you guys see here, is from he made deal 1 3K, 5K, 7.5K. Some of these deal, I think one of them didn't actually end up going through because something went wrong, but the others ended up going through, right? So he closed 5 deals. So he made this post on the 2nd of this month, then this was the 5th. So 3 days later he had closed 5 deals, which is pretty insane, right? And then here you can see that he said, hey, just had a record week. He was helping another client who has a short form content offer within the program because he's killing it. So I actually asked him to help some other clients who are in the community, and they closed a total of 27K in deals after sending only 50 looms. Okay, which is pretty mad, right? My goal with this training is to share with you guys the offer, the outbound prospecting team structure, as well as the outbound prospecting campaign structure, right? So let's get straight into it, right? By the way, I have a YouTube channel. Maybe you're seeing this on my YouTube channel, so that's good. Keep doing it. Please subscribe, share some love. I'd love to be famous, because if enough people know about me and know about what we do, I can change the world, I think, right? So anyway, so his offer is really simple. Now, I'm not going to give you guys exactly what he's selling, because I don't necessarily want to have competition for my clients, but his main outcome that he's promising is audience growth, monetize the audience, but the main sales angle, which I've shared in my webinar that I did, the 3-hour webinar that goes over how to scale past 50K a month with a TikTok agency or something related to the TikTok, is that he's really getting people who are experts who are wanting to become the number one go-to person in their industry to buy. That's really the main sales angle. It's pushing people and getting them to want to increase their status, right? So by becoming the number one person in your industry. So as an example, if you go to a coach and you're like, hey, or an expert or a B2B expert, and you're like, hey man, I can make you the next Hormozy. Well, a lot of people will be like, yeah, I'd love to do that, right? Because a lot of experts, right? This is something that I also experience. It's like, I know I have good stuff, but I have only 5,000 followers on IG. A month and a half ago, I only had 3,000, and I only have 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. So it's like, what if I had 300,000 people to know me, right? I'm already making 100 grand a week. So I'm like, what happens when I 100x my audience, right? What happens when I get millions of people to know me, right? So I have this chip on my shoulder of not being known, right? I mean, I'm not known, but I'm for sure making my money. But so I'm not really complaining on the money side. But even when you're making money, not being known actually ends up pissing you off, right? And by the way, this is me talking to you on how to actually sell this short form content offer. I'm giving you sales arguments, right? So you can go to an expert and be like, hey, I know you're well off, but aren't you pissed off that nobody knows that you're well off? Aren't you pissed off that not enough people know about your services, about your expertise, so that you can change their lives? If you go and say that to someone, I'm sure you're going to make more money. Anyway, let me know how it goes, right? And the niche that he's selling it to is to experts. So anyone whose financial success scales as their audience grows, okay? And this could be coaches, consultants, influencers, course sellers, even YouTubers, right? And anyone that you can think of, right? Now, I would have put a headline here, how you put this together, but I'm not, because that's stuff that we do with our clients in the program. So if you ever want to work with us and help us refine your offer one-on-one, you know what to do. You can message me and we can get to work, okay? Now, his outbound prospecting team structure is as follows. He has 2 trained setters that we put in his company at $3 an hour. To be honest, it's actually cheaper because I don't know how he got to pay them this little. But normally it's $3 an hour. If you get them to work 5 hours a day, that's $15 a day. Yeah, $15 a day. $15 times 15 times 5, 75 times, let's do times 4. Whoa, really? I did not know that. 15 times 3. Wait, no. So they make $15 times 5 days a week times 4 weeks out of the month is $300 USD. Wow. Okay. I did not know that. Okay, actually he's not paying them less, he's just paying them what they're supposed to be paid, right? Anyway, so he's paying $350 a month, and he's also giving them a bonus of $50 per signed client, right? And their numbers, their KPIs is really simple, 100 to 150 outreach per day. So both of them combined, they're doing at least 250 to 300 outreach per day, right? Now, obviously, it warms up his campaign. When you're just starting out, they're not going to be able to do 100, 200 outreach per day because the profiles have to be warmed up. But once they're really warmed up, then these are the metrics that they should be hitting, right? So that's it when it comes to his structure. Now let me go over the actual outbound prospecting campaign structure, right? So what I did here is I gave you guys the personalized outreach workflow and the evergreen outreach workflow, because these are two different approaches. But what's actually killing it for him is this first one. But I still wanted to show you guys how you can make it work with an evergreen if you don't have a lot of time to make personalized looms, okay? But I'll start with the personalized looms and show you guys how he did it. So personalized outreach workflow, the channel that we picked for this workflow is Instagram outreach, right? And I'm not going to show you exactly how we do it, because if I did it, then oh my god, I would have like millions of people, not millions, but thousands of people doing the same thing, and it would actually mess up the whole strategy, right? But I'll tell you guys the thought process behind the outreach so that you can actually use it. So the first thing is you have to find an initial condition, right? I'm not sure if you guys have ever gone through Sam Owen's training, but he talks about when he's giving people training around Facebook ad, he says that the initial condition dictate how good your ad performs. So that means that when you put out an ad, the first people to click on it is what the algorithm optimizes for. It optimizes for the person who clicked. So if the wrong prospect, if the wrong human clicks on your ad is going to keep showing, is going to optimize for the wrong thing, right? So when we're doing Instagram outreach for this strategy, we want to find the best initial condition. So that could be a certain expert in a specific niche. We want to find them, right? And what we want to do is we want to use Instagram suggestion strategy to find similar profiles and then reach out to them. And then what he's been doing, or what his VAs have been doing, because everything here is literally taken care of by the two VAs. He's not really doing anything besides send the short videos. So they're going in, starting a conversation. Well, not a conversation, but they're literally going in and offering a personalized video, going over the process used to achieve the desired outcome or the promise that is made by his offer, right? And then once the person says, yeah, cool, I'd love to see the video, then you ask for an email, right? Why do we ask for an email? Because we want the prospect to be invested. You don't want to just go ahead and just send a video to someone who hasn't even taken a step towards you, right? So you get them committed, because if you don't get these micro commitments, your outbound prospect campaign will be fully messed up, right? So get people to be invested. Before you give someone value, you want to get them to show interest and to have micro commitments, because if they say yes to giving you an email, guess what? They will also say yes to booking a call. But if you just go from no micro commitments whatsoever to asking for a call, people will be like, no, I don't want to jump on a call with you, right? So that's what we do. We're trying to get them to be used to saying yes to us, right? So when they give you an email, they become a warm lead, right? If they say, if they don't give you an email, then just follow up until they say yes, right? Now, once they give you their email, you want to send the personalized via VSL. We've built a structure within our community. I'm not going to share it here, but he makes them, right? So he makes the short video. They're like 5-minute videos, so they're not really a lot. And then the prospect watches them, and then they book a call, because the VSL is really not meant to educate the prospect. It's meant to sell a call, right? Sell yourself as well as sell a call. So that's what he's been doing. And then you get the prospect to book a call. If they don't watch the video, but you've already sent it to him, we have a follow-up, like a 12 email follow-up sequence. It's called the quasi-periodic email sequence that follows up with them, not in a specific timeline, but like it's all over the place, which is why it's called quasi-periodic. You can look at quasi-periodic, what the definition of quasi-periodic is. I created it, but I don't even know how to actually, but anyway, I don't want to go over that right now, but you send them in that follow-up sequence so that they can actually get followed up until they watch the video and until they either tell you to fuck off or they book a call, right? And let me show you guys the numbers. 90 warm leads after sending, I think, average to like over 1,000, 1,500 leads. He had 90 warm leads for his offer. warm. That means 90 people sent him their email, right? 79 people, 90 people were warm leads, 79 gave the email, 5 meetings booked, right? 3 deal closed, but this was before he actually closed the 5 closed deals. So he actually closed more, which were the 2 meetings left. The funny thing is that he has like a crazy, like 80 to 100% closing rate, which is insane, right? These 5 meetings only came. This is where this thing gets really exciting, guys. This is where this offer is killing it for a lot of people. He only sent out 25 looms to get 5 meetings booked, which is I've ran a lot of outbound campaigns. I've never seen one that performed like this one. Okay, it's amazing, right? And he's been getting people who are doing 50 to 80K a month. He's only sent 25 looms so far. If you look at here, I'm reading this text here, and got around 40 to 50 looms left, and they will be all cleared by Friday, right? So that's the first approach, right? So I can show you guys the foundation sheet where we add all the numbers. I hid the emails and the URL, so you guys cannot go ahead and just start looking at them up. But you can see here, oh shit. You can see here the different, these are all the people who showed interest, so you can see the profiles, all that good stuff. I think we have 129 warm leads now. And if you go on Instagram, you can see all the DMs that have been sent. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to do this by yourself, or there's no way, if you don't have like a specific process, that you're going to be able to reach out to these many leads without having a specific good thing. So this work is all done by the VAs. Okay, so they manage all this outreach. So I could go on and on and on, but that's not the point. So that's the foundation sheet that we use to track all the data and the numbers and the interested prospects. Okay. So this is the first outreach workflow, guys. It's really simple. Initial condition on IG, use suggestion to find more people, offer personalized video that pitches a call and that sells your expertise and what you guys have built. Get the person to watch a video, book them on a call, close them. Okay. Now, if you want to do Evergreen because you want something that takes less energy from you and less time, you can go and use something like the Facebook outreach strategy, right? Where you can find audiences, free or paid. If you know about the strategy of leveraging paid audiences, then you know what I mean. But that would also be amazing. You can use things like Trojan horse questions. I don't want to go over that right now because it's going to make this video really long. But you can use if you're just going to go after just outreaching to people in the group, you got to start first with people who are the most engaged in the group. So look at people who are commenting on posts, people who are liking stuff, right? So start with those people, right? And by the way you find an audience is just find people who are, let's say as an example, if I wanted to find course sellers, I would just try to find people that Sam Ovens has converted into course sellers, right? You find Sam Ovens' initial condition and you find a lot more course sellers, right? So that would be a strategy for you to find the people to sell to, right? If you're selling to coaches, just find the biggest coach in the online space and find people under them because they're all going to be the same people, right? And then once you're done with people who are the most engaged, then you can go in the members area. So the outreach workflow is really simple. You start a conversation, you qualify and create interest, right? This can be done, by the way, in one single message. If you want to go straight to the point, you can be like, hey, I noticed that you're a specialist or that you're an expert at this. And by the way, I think you're killing it. I noticed that you're doing some content, but you don't have X thing. So you want to qualify them, show them, give them context, tell them why you're messaging them, right? Or else you're not going to be able to move them from their emotional brain or the thing that, the brain, the part of the brain that just wants to protect yourself, which is why most DMs never works, because people don't get the prospect from their first level of the brain to their third one, which is logic, instead of moving them from their safety and the emotional limbic brain, all that good stuff. I don't want to go over that right now. I'm a little confused. I've had a long day, but you want to create context, qualify and create interest, and then offer an evergreen educational VSL. So this is different. This is not the same as the personalized one. This is evergreen. I think I've maybe posted a structure for this one on my YouTube. If I haven't, I have it in our program. So, you follow that one, and then you'll literally create it, and then all you have to do is just get your VAs to send hundreds, if not thousands of DMs every single day to share this VSL, right? Because if enough people watch this short VSL, this is less than 10 minutes, enough people will get the pitch to jump on a call, right? And then you just get them on a sales call. This is where the money is made, right? And by the way, if they don't want the video, you still offer the 15-minute walkthrough on how to implement the insight that you would have shown in the video, okay? So that's pretty much it, guys. This is what has been killing it for him. 2 train setters that we put in his company, yeah, it's working really well. I've been really pushing him to not lift his foot off the gas, because you only get this good of an offer once in a lifetime. Like, it doesn't come often, right? When you do find that good offer, do not stop doing outreach. I don't care if it's costing you $1,000 a month. I don't care if it's costing you $10,000 a month. You need to get as much attention as you can, right? Because there are a lot of competition nowadays, right? The funny thing is I get probably like 10, 20 DMs every single week with people trying to sell me short form content. But guess what? I don't do business with them because like their outreach workflow is really not that great, right? They don't provide any value up front. So I'm like, why would I give you any of my money just because you want to repurpose my content? Are you serious? Right? People can do business with people they like and people who've given them something, right? So if you really want to kill it with any offer, give value up front, right? And that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. I didn't intend for it to be this long, so sorry for 21 minutes of you watching this. But yeah, guys, this is really the structure. If you are ever in need of scaling and you want a team to come and build your acquisition infrastructure, send me a DM, and on Instagram, book a call with the link below, or somewhere you'll find it. Or if you're speaking with someone on my team, then let them have the meeting that you they're paid on the meetings that you book. So let them have the win and book through their calendar. Okay, I appreciate you. Have an amazing week. And if you're pushing this short form content offer, you better go crazy right now, because you only have so long until this offer is no good anymore. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.